let us go to, that is open. Nope, don't open all the way, just to that. Need another window here. This is the one. Yep. Okay, and we are ready to go to our design room. Here we are in our design room, and we have changed our software and game development. So hopefully, so Friday we had a guy come in and was pretty upset because we weren't doing super high end coding. And I just want to explain something here to new people. We're the way this got started, and the reason we're doing this is because someone had asked, "What is the?" I'm trying to remember I don't have the exact wording, but basically they said, if you were going to start designing a game right now, what would you do? You know, and I said, well, I would just get a piece of paper and a pencil and start jotting stuff down, which led to us coming up with this, which is I said, okay, well, I'll give you an example on Miro. And we came into Miro and we made our little forest and we made our little village, you know, and we did some cool stuff, just throwing stuff at the board, just going, okay, maybe we have this and maybe we have that and maybe we have this, you know, and my idea was to show that you don't really need to get huge teams together to start working on stuff. You have everything pretty much at that you need to start. And because you have a piece of paper and you have a pencil. And that's what we had originally started going with as to the reason why we're doing that. And we worked on this for a couple of days and I think it was like the first day was just a quick show of what can be done with something like this. And then the following Monday, we said, okay, well, let's go a little bit deeper and carry it in, which was 2 weeks ago today. You know, so we spent an hour or so hour or so each day, coming up with all kinds of cool stuff as to what kind of people live in the town, and what shops do we have, and what is the village, and then what's the stuff going on in the forest, you know, all that kind of stuff. We also came up with a whole thing on how to level up and how to use power-ups and things like that, you know, all on paper, because paper's easy. Paper can be thrown away. It's pretty easy stuff. We also came up with in that first week, we came up with the idea of the mine. And then as a quick thing, we used one of the D&D programs to just come up with some designs for the mine that we may or may not use, but just so we didn't have to worry about needing to design that stuff. You know, and this is all stuff we basically put this whole thing together with everything, train station, farming, you know, all the different things for the people in town. We put all this together in about a week, you know, and it's not a perfect game design. It's just that, you know what, let's get started and let's just throw some stuff on paper and come up with it. So the last weekend, not this weekend, but the last weekend, I have never used game design. I know Thor uses it all the time, and he built his whole game in it and stuff like that, but I have not. So I had took a tutorial over last weekend, not this weekend, but the weekend, one weekend back, on just the basics on how to use Game Maker Studio. And so we started building this in Game Maker Studio. Let me show you here, Game Maker Studio real quick. Okay, all my windows are mixed up. Okay. So here is our Game Maker Studio. Boom, 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 boom. Let me open that up a bit more so we can actually see. So in our Game Maker Studio, we'll go back to, here's Granddad's house. Oh, what is that? Oh, okay, that's from the, there's an interesting line over that. What is that going to? Oh, we shouldn't be there. Not sure what that line is, but we'll work it out. Something's hidden somewhere. Something way out here, maybe. What is hidden down there? Come here, you. What are you? Ah, you are some kind of instance. What does your power say? Your power says nothing. We shall be deleting you, because we know not what you are, and I don't like things that I do not know what they are. So, okay, cool. So, like I was saying, we started out with Grandpa's house here, and then we built the forest, which is just a silly forest, and we put our happy trees from the game thing. To make the mini maps, Frantic, we used just Miro. Yeah, let me go over it. Unfortunately, I should be while I'm talking, I should be answering the question. Could send you a puzzle if you like. Okay, yeah, send whatever you want. But let's go back here. So yeah, this is just Miro. This is all that is. It was just a blank Frantic. It was just a blank canvas where I could throw some stuff up there, you know. And it's something that I had used before, but all of this could have been done on paper as well. You could have used a big sheet of graph paper, you know, and laid all this stuff out and done a lot of this work, and then just had a little book of notes or something. So yeah, but this is what we were able to accomplish for about 2 hours a day for 10 days. This part here took the first 5 days of a couple hours a day coming up with ideas for this. And then building this stuff like our town, and I'll also show you, let me go to here, I need to bring it up here. So we have our forest, we have our town, you know, or our village. Keep doing that. So here's our little village, which is pretty much the same thing as what's on our Miro board. So let me zoom in on the Miro board. Doop, 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 doop. And my brain is working. And here's our Miro board. So we started building these things out. Very rudimentary, not a whole lot of commands in Game Maker, because I don't know Game Maker that well. I went and learned enough to be able to start putting something together. So here's our little town, same layout, working on the same thing. And we managed to build some of our buildings like inside. So we have our, oops. You know, this one is our bakery, where you come into the bakery, and this one is our butcher. Here's our little butcher shop. You know, so we started building our little town stuff out. Why is it? Okay. This is our stable. This is our boarding house. So we have all the little beds in there. You know, so we started doing that, and just to show, you know what, you don't need fancy stuff. You don't need a fancy tile set yet. You don't need any of that, you know, because what you're doing is you're building your world out. You're building all the places that people can go and do and stuff like that, you know. And to me, this is just a simple layout thing. So, and in all honesty, something that can be thrown away if we don't like it, you know, or even just saved off and then build something better somewhere at another time. So, and then we also have like our general store. We have our stables. You know, so we started building everything out in real simple kind of things. And okay, that's just our sprite transitions. I made a transition for when we're going between levels and stuff like that. I still don't know why if I do a build. Oh, I'm actually on the wrong screen with you guys. Sorry about that. I'm describing something you're not seeing. Okay, so here's our stable. Yeah, so what I was saying is we basically had our forest, we had our village. We've done the top half, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6 buildings. We've done the interiors for mock-ups for the interiors. Yeah, so we have our bakery. We have our butcher shop. These are our butchers. We have our boarding house. So we have the manager and the lady at the counter, but this is our boarding house basically. Yeah, so we started building all the buildings in town. You know, because I kind of like the fact that to make them separate rooms and stuff like that that you can go to and do things. This is our grocery store, and then this is our stable. So, and then our stable master and all that other stuff. So, and we're adding stuff all the time, you know, but our if we go to our tile set's very minimal because in all honesty, when you're mocking up stuff, you don't have to have a completely finished tile set. You can just make a basic tile set with basic colors and build your world out with it. I was inspired by your town, definitely. So I built the town square in Sims 4. Awesome. All the buildings, scope, etc. inside and out. That's very cool. I made a video of it. I will post it in Discord. It was fun. It was close as I could get to the game dev. Awesome. That's very cool. And that's just it. That was the whole point of this, is to say, you know what? Use the tools you have. If you look at what Savvy Otter just put up in chat there, is they went and built it in Sims 4. That's great. That is fantastic. You know, so I was just trying to say, what we were trying to do is just saying, you know what? The problem that most people come up with when it comes to this kind of stuff is they always think, I don't have the right programs. I don't have what is needed to do this. When you kind of do, if you have a pencil and paper, you can start. You can start jotting down ideas. You can start, putting together boards. Because like I said, if I didn't have Miro, this would have been something I was drawing on a piece of paper, on a big piece of graph paper. So that's kind of cool. But we will look at Savvy Otter's mock-up. I'm really looking forward to seeing that, actually. If I can, I will try to play it on here. Hopefully it will let me. No, it's not up here yet. Okay. But as soon as it arrives, I will take a look at it, and then we will see about if we can get it to up and running. But that's the point. Don't worry about what the final is going to be. Worry about what your world is like. Worry about what areas you need, rooms, whatever. Make a quick, simple tile set if you have to, and build out just mock-ups of this stuff, and then walk around it for a while. Take your character and walk around it, see how it goes. Those would be pretty cool. I also made grandfather and grandson. Awesome. And called the grandson Derek. Awesome. We will be going to ads here in a minute, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the video of the Sims video. But that's really, really cool. And that's the point. Take the tools you have and make cool stuff. You should always be able to. Let's see. So it will come into here and under share a link. Dear Joy Town Square. That's awesome. Oh, it's a YouTube. Okay, so let me open it in YouTube. Oh, it will play here. My luck, the second I hit play, it's going to go to an ad. So let's hold it for a second here, because I do have the little yellow thing up that says an ad is coming. So after the ad, we're going to play this. Otter, is there any audio on this? And ads. Yep, I knew it. Let me see if I can get audio working. Ooh, that looks awesome. Amazing. Yeah, we'll get there. We're gonna get it up there. See, but that's the point. That was the point that I was trying to make to the guy on Friday is we're not there to say, I'm going to show you the absolute mastery of how to write code and stuff like that. That was not the point of what this was about. This point was about saying, give me what you can, just start doing it. Yes, I did guided tour. Feel free to mute me and watch it though. Okay, I'll get the audio running and we'll see how it goes. I mean, if it comes out that there's something behind it there, but this is really cool. Wow, you really went. Sorry, my pun voice almost just said, "Wow, you really went to town." Oh my God, you're awesome. Oh, sometimes I just crack myself up. But that's just it. Is I was just going for basic blocking, for the town and stuff like that. This looks like it's just going to be awesome as I'm looking through it, waiting for the ads to clear so that we can actually look at it. I don't know if it's going to pick up the sound. That is the only thing I don't know. But we will see. If it does, it does. But Savvy Otter, this already looking at this is awesome. This is really, really cool. But that's the point, is you did it as like kind of a British feel to it, a British village type feel to it. Whereas, let me see if I can, will that screw things up? That will not. Good day. All right. Not so happy about the big white thing, but what did I do? Let's hit that again. Oh, there's something going on here. Oh, Savvy Otter's on there. Okay, I think I have started it without knowing that I started it. Can you hear that? Now, let me see if I can turn on. Give me a second. I'm going to try to get the audio to work. Let's see, that is under which one? I'm going to have to change windows on this because we want to be able to play media source. God, why can I not have audio on here? Capture method, automatic. There is not an audio option on this. Okay, we're going to have to, I'm going to go ahead and play through it. It doesn't look like it's going to let me. I'll have to save it out and play it later. Now, we want the sound on it. Hang on a minute. Let me do a thing here. Let's add, because of the way it's in, okay, desktop. Let us turn this on to monitor and output. And yeah, let's try that. I think that might give us audio. Nope. God, I really want the audio on this to work. I can do it a tricky way, but I'm not sure if it's gonna. I'm not sure if it's gonna be. If I put the headphones on, that's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be silly, and it might work, but we'll see. I'm gonna put the headphones on the microphone. Nah, I don't think it's working. Okay. Can I turn up the volume? The volume is up all the way. Let me do this. I need my headphones volume. Make that volume to 100. Make this to 100. And this up all the way.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a guided tour of the outside first, and then we'll go into because to decorate a single store, see it in the square. So let's start off with looking. So we've got here the centre. It's the tree of life. So that's there in the centre, and there's stuff hanging. That if it's going to be the centerpiece, something it should look kind of special.
This
So
is
we've got
very
a little
cool.
seating area. You can see there that grandmother and grandson have actually as well, so created those two characters. But here, this is basically the centerpiece of the square, and obviously fountain here. The camera is going to jump. Guys, I'm sorry, it's the camera jank at the best of times, but I'll do my best, okay? So we've also got here the fountain, and then I actually put a statue here. This is perhaps ancestors. Which one? I don't know, but I figured I would make an area here where there's an information board just over there that you would see it. I thought this was kind of like over here we have got town that we did say that square. So this is my Mike. Got a little flower stall over here. So as I couldn't fit all the buildings in, I don't have the school. So I think this would be take to temple. I put like gateway here to sort of signal. The first building we've got here is the boarding house. So I have made it kind of a little bit Tudor and a little bit old-fashioned. I don't know if that's how it would look in the Joy's mind, but in my mind, this is my interpretation of it. So we've got this house, at the bottom there is a bar, and then above, so like I said, we'll take a tour inside those. Then we've got a strip of some of the shops. So this is the candle makers, and next door we have so you can see some of the things that I thought like. So we've got a wooden wheel. And then next door to that, we actually have butchers. It's little topiary animals outside, chicken. There is the bakery. Okay, so we will see the bakery afterwards. Next door to the bakery, I have put the store. So it's all kind of very close together. I tried to get some of the signs as well, so that they can, with have had to use a lot of custom content because there are instances for in the game. Without it, there is a lot of CC content. Here's the stables, because I figured there are stables somewhere in town. So this is where the stables just can come in and out. This gateway here would lead up towards the school in this sort of direction. School library, so I figured this would be the exit out to that. And next to the stables, I figured the stables would to the blacksmith, shoes, and so here is the blacksmith. Camera, please. So we've got some suits of armor here, and we've got blacksmithing stuff. We've got some things on sale outside. We've got swords and stuff. That's things that I figured some suits. And next door to the blacksmith store. This is an interesting one to design and to decorate, and it's forever for reasons that I'll explain when we look at it. We've got an information board here. Again, for the town square, I figured that there would be a place and perhaps somewhere where you can requests. And then next to the general store is the barber shop. Again, we'll go to the barbers just later on. And then this is the cafe stroke restaurant. And again, I made some, like a nice little seating area outside. Over here, this used mining shaft there. But I figured that tied in quite well with the he owns the mine. Why there is a disused mining shaft here. I was quite interested, so I figured that. And then next to that we have pottery. Again, we'll go. So that's basically what the town square itself looks like. The exterior. Now I'm going to take inside some. Okay, so just before I take you through the interiors, I should introduce you to grandfather and grandson. So I figured that because grandfather would be, the joys. I figured that he quite still fit kind of looking gentleman. So this is my interpretation of what grandfather looks like. Looks like a little bit of an adventurer. Like he's had quite a few experiences throughout his life. There's grandfather, and then this is his grandson next to it. It's quite interesting because you can see here that they're both kind of actually the same way, which is really weird. They're two separate characters that I created, but it's kind of cool. And then we've got, I called him Derek as well, Derek Hall. I just thought that was funny because what we've got about Derek, the stories about Derek in the past. So yeah, this is the grandson. So he's not kind of like geared out at all. Like he hasn't got any obviously weapons or equipment or anything like that. He's kind of like a typical starter character that doesn't have very much. But I figured that yeah, this is what grandfather.
I think it locked up. Hang on just a second.
Actually, look.
Yeah, I should be fine. Something's going on. Hang on a minute. YouTube's doing a thing. Oh, did it do the thing that it was doing before? Oh, we've lost it. Hang on a minute. Okay. I think it locked up. Hang on just a second. I should be fine. Oh, we lost it. It jumped to the end. That's not where we're at. Oh, it crashed. Okay, so it crashed. Hang on a second. Let's get back to it. It crashed and it's not coming back.
Right. They can keep it. I don't care.
Come on. Okay, we got it back.
So yeah, this is the grandson.
Okay.
He's kind of.
It is working again. Sorry about that.
He's not kind of like geared out at all. Like he hasn't got any obviously weapons or equipment or anything like that. He's kind of like this typical starter character that doesn't really have very much. But I figured that yeah, this is what grandfather. There they are. Two of them sat in the square right next. Okay, let's get into the. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the board first. So this is my interpretation of what that would look like. I've no idea if it's the same. This is what it will. So this downstairs we've got like a bar area, and you can put some glasses. And also I've put around there are some here, and I figured this might have something to do with ancestors and stories. Owners of old, for instance, people who used to live, see some quite fancy, grand pictures. Perhaps that comes to the and some of the people. So So we've got sort of a very sort of basic rustic bar area, and then we've got this bar. It's mirrored backs and stuff to it. Kind of like this. So, I just thought it looked really good with the aesthetic. Um, and then upstairs, we'll go upstairs. Cellar. I've created the cellar for this. So because this is a boarding house, I figured some bedroom stuff upstairs. So we've got a very sort of basic bathroom, kind of old-fashioned stick with an old there. And then a single bedroom here. So if we go downstairs, I'll show you stuff there is actually some stairways, a stairwell that leads, as you can down. Because I figured that the lady who lives here, who runs the boarding stay, so instead of making a separate place for her to cellar area, because most pubs have cellars, or at least they do in England. So this is my cellar would look. I really, really love this table and chair set. But it's got like this. So we've got here a place where chefs could create kitchen area that we have lots of barrels of beer. See, and yes, I did have but I think it looks the same with all the barrels of beer. And if you know anything about so I spent a long time making this cellar area, but I really and then it leads us into the station for the lady who very, very simple cats, so small cats. And she's got a very sort of simple layout, small kitchen, bedroom, where she lives beneath. Okay, so if we go back upstairs, take you into now shops that run down here. Next door to the house we have a shop. So if I just skim around here a minute, there is a station here for stuff like that. And then I figured that I would display the really old cash register. And like I love this candlestick, by the way. Get it in lots of so that's the candle makers. Then we next door to that is the carpenter. So again, I've kind of made an area over here where he would be bits of wood and stuff where he's been making things, and then an array of stuff that he made. So there's lots and lots of clocks and stuff that he made. I really love these sort of more sort of grandfather clocks. I love those tables. Bench for working on. That's the area, and then next door to that we have again very simple, basically out. So to the counter eggs, and I figured what else would a butcher sell? But pies, lots and lots of stuff. So that takes us into So one of a cow and one of a chicken. These tofu really cool. And then we go into probably one of my favourite parts in here. And again, I had to use a CC Plus, but so we've got donuts and cakes, and bread and stuff like that. To see, And then obviously we need the kitchen area over here, so we've got had lots and lots of. And we've got small kitchen. So that's the bakers. So this I wanted to make quite colourful, hectic. So there we've got sales. To fit all the occasions it's down. And then I also changing room. There is a curtain over that if I. It's not inappropriate. The next door to that, there's a little storage area here. A little storage area where you can. And there's a little sign. Closed door. Now if we go over here to the blacksmith. So we've got obviously a bit of a forge and stuff in. And then a lot of things on the scale that he makes. So we've got some shoes, knives, utensils. There's a copper bath there, which I thought. And you know, so all kinds of things. And obviously. So little store that kind of sells some of the things selling. Which you do need. Might need on. And then we come into the general store. All the things shells I have. Quite a while. Outcome.
Yeah, I'm going to pause this just for a second because we're in ads. Also, I want to acknowledge Shin Chi Sako for the rate. That's awesome. But Frantic, oh my God. Yeah. I mean, Savvy, this is amazing. You did this is just really, really good. Savvy Otter, you are a prize. Oh my God. The ad screen got me for a second. Glad I could help. My brain is just like flying. You know, from all the help that you've given me, Savvy, as well as the stuff that everybody knows about and the stuff that everybody doesn't. This just like kind of brings tears to my eyes. So you just took. This is a perfect example of what I was talking about, though. Oh, jeez. Let me. I want to nerd out on this so bad, but I'm in an ad, and I really want to nerd out with everybody listening, and I'm not sure who's all listening. So now I'm like sitting here, just like literally vibrating, going, "Hi, I want to talk about this. This is awesome." So, Savvy, this is amazing stuff. This is really, really cool. And it contain, breathe. We'll be back to it in 20 seconds. Then we'll watch the end of it, and then I'll completely nerd out. So I'm gonna go way out on a nerd limb. Was the game we just saw from Savvy Otter? Yes, this is a mock-up that Savvy Otter has put together. Shin. It's okay. Let's finish this. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this because there's about 5 minutes left of it. Let's go ahead and finish this because I want to see all of it. So
I figured that the general store wouldn't sell, but because there's nowhere to buy fish in town, I figured that. So I've got the freezer here and fridge, some fresh fish. Yeah. Then we've got your general store goods. So we've got cereal. So we've detergents and things like that, and then you've got your fresh fruits and vegetables, milk, eggs, all the things you'd expect to store. Very basic kind of bread. If you want the artisan type bread, then you get cheap, cost-effective stuff you can store. And obviously they've got. And they also added to the general store room because I think so. I've got so it's a tiny little area, and for service. So I did manage to find some shopping trays as well, which I thought kind of adds to the aesthetic of the place. Obviously, it's only small; can only fit so much in there, but I am quite. And then next door to that is barber. So barber's shop. So we've got obviously the barber's chairs and then all the paraphernalia you would expect. So we'll that and camera. Some towels and stuff like that. So it's kind of simple, small little barber shop to go and get that. And then next door to that we have the restaurant, the cafe and restaurant. So we've got the service station. Figured that this place would be a little different market boarding, so I've created. It's kind of fanciful because we've got the candles, a little bit more sort of romantic, cozy, yes, than the actual boarding. This is where you can to relax and have a. Whereas the boarding. So we've got some nice few little tables here inside, and and like I said, I put a few tables as well up. And then finally we come to the. So we've got a couple of stations here. So there's the clay and stuff there. To turn clay into wondrous items. Lots of displays. So we've got statues and ornaments and stuff like that, business made, and as well as traditional like clay pots, plant pots, cups, all those kinds of things as well. And again, another station over here with some clay, blocks of clay to be made things. And I really like this little statue. And I figured that the potter would also perhaps be a bit of a sculptor, working with stone. So I figured make things as well. And you've got some very flamboyant pottery and also some very bulk standard. Some nice. And then we've got some larger pots. So this is sculpt. All kinds of things. Great. So that is my interpretation. What's square? Just thought it was a bit fun to create it. I really enjoyed it. I haven't for a long time. Still need stuff, but I really did enjoy it. Take quite a while, but I'm quite happy with it. So thanks for watching.
Okay, so that was awesome. I cannot reiterate just how awesome that is. In fact, it's so awesome. I'll show you what's going on here. I have my headphones on my microphone so you guys can hear it, and I'm listening like this the whole time while it's going. So, wow, Savvy Otter. I don't know what to say. That was absolutely amazing. My understanding is she put up the link, so please go to the link, look at it, and check it out. I think it's really cool. So we need to give huge kudos to her for this. This is amazing. That is really cool. But it also proves my point is she built all this from literally our little backwoods game design that we did here, which proves the point that I was trying to make in the first place is the tools that you have can be made into some really amazing stuff. So we put this together, and this was very simple and blah blah blah, and we did all the little simple things for going in and out of it, but then taking that and turning it into something great, which is what she did here, is amazing, absolutely amazing. But it also proves the point. From your basic designs, you can go anywhere with it. She took it into that look and feel that is for Sims, and it fit. You could take this into Game Maker Studio and do a tile set for it and do all that stuff, and it'll fit. It's the whole point is you're building a world where that world exists after you've built it is a whole nother, can be anywhere, anytime, any place. So I'm like, I'm really taken aback. Savvy Otter, amazing, absolutely amazing piece of work. And please go to the link and watch it proper, because I know that I kind of threw it in there and hope for the best. Because I didn't know it existed. Okay. And now our game tests is gone. Our page is blank. Something went wrong while we were doing stuff, and this is why you keep backups of things. There is. We are 4,000% out. Let's start doing some Z's here and see if anything comes back. Well, good thing we have it on video because it is gone. Let's back to Miro here. Come on. If I remember correctly. Nope. Okay, so good thing she put it together because I think it's gone. I think we've lost our whole design. I will have to check with the Miro stuff later and figure out if we can get it back, because it appears to be. I did export it last week, so hopefully I'll just have to re-import it. Go back to here. That it? That can give it back? Nope. Oh, we have lost it completely, apparently. Yep, so something screwed up. I did not knowingly delete the code block. See, if I'd done it on regular paper, we would have it back because I would have to burn the paper. But I will figure out what's up. I'm not going to close that. I'm going to come back to it here a little bit later. But cool. How was your weekend? The weekend was good. So there's nothing there. Looks like it got wiped out. But we will figure that out. Are you zoomed in by any chance? Yeah, I did zoom in and zoom out, and neither of it showed up anything. So right now we're zoomed in at 100. We're at 100 and something percent. If we're zooming in and out, nothing's showing up. So let me see if I can. Download board backup. I think we duplicate, change thumbnails. See if that does it. Deal with this later. Yeah, I screwed up. That's okay. We'll get it. Not a big deal. Happy Monday. Yes, it's a Monday thing. Well, back to what we were talking about. The Savvy Otter stuff is really freaking cool. Please go and watch her video. It may be the only thing you see from our town since apparently I have deleted it. But we will see if we can reload it from the backup that I made later. I'll check it later today and see if I can get it back. If not, then I'll just rebuild the whole thing. It is what it is. Is that for the third? No, it's not. It wasn't for anything. It's just what we've been working on as to show that you don't have to have the most high-end stuff to build a game. You just have to stop and do it, and we had used Miro and some other things to try and minimize what is needed and to show that you can start with anything. And it led to this, which is a thing that Savvy Otter put together, and it's very cool. So the link is up, I believe, on the site. So please go and watch the whole thing as she explains what she was doing, and I will do my best to recoup our game design, which is oddly missing. So I'm not sure what's going on. It was there, and now it is blank. Now we're 1% in. Let's zoom out. We're 400% out and cannot see it anywhere on here. So 100. Yeah, I will have to get some backups put in place, and I'm gonna have to upgrade so we can get it back. Is there any import? Yeah. Doing well. So back to this. Since this is now dead, we'll go here. Turn this one on. But yeah. I've been using Obsidian for my game documentation. It was CanBot add-on. Yeah, CanBot can be used. Anything that any program you have that you can track stuff in and do things in is 100% you should use. Don't worry about going out and, since Miro is being meanie, can you show me the tile set? Our tile set is very tiny, and we've already been I've been ridiculed about it already, but that's okay. This is our basic tile set. What Savvy Otter built was in Sims, and she used the stuff that was in Sims to build it, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing. You know, it got me so excited that apparently I accidentally deleted our Miro board. Uh, with when you crop the screen, it may have, it could have, I don't know. Um, not sure what you're referring to. Okay, that's not for me. Resenta. I thought I had it sent out. Ah, here's all our frames. Okay, there's some stuff here. We want to be on that. Come on. What do I do? What can I do here? Let's go. We want it all returned. Okay, so we can export everything as an image. So everything is here. It's just not on our board anymore. And I don't think it won't let me just drag and drop it onto the board. More actions. Add frame below. Copy link. Move to export. Yeah, I'll go through and export it all as images later, and we'll get it all back functional again. It's going to be an image, so we won't be able to do a lot of editing on it. We'll just have to delete things as we move along. This one is the important one. Let's see if we try to. Let's see if what happens if we do that. Does it put it over here? No, it does not. It has set it up as a. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to touch anything. So, thank you. I wasn't sure you'd like it as it's my creative interpretation. No, that's awesome. It's the point. Saviata wrote, thanks for your joy. I wasn't sure if you'd like it as it's my creative interpreting. Glad you do. Yeah, it proves my point that I was trying to make. Is yes, this is the point I was trying to make on Friday, and I did such a poor job at it. Is we're not talking about the most elaborate things here. What we're talking about, if you make a base like this, where you're working kind of out where things are, what things you want to do, all that kind of stuff, you can then, once you have that worked out, you can take that into any world, any genre, any situation, and build a good game with it. So you don't limit yourself by saying, oh, I have to know what genre it is right now, I have to know what world we're in immediately. You don't. Just go in and block out everything you want to do, and then once you start building your story, then start doing these things. My old game dev lecturer popped in my head, so I'll use this as a reminder to the entire community. People, please make sure you have multiple backups of your work. Yes. Shit happens regardless of how well you plan and prepare. Yeah, things get lost. So when it does, you need to have backups, both of your documentation and your builds. Yeah, keep records of all that stuff. I mean, other than what I put up here, I mean, everything else on my computer is backed up, but this is online. So this was completely my bad. But I will do an upgrade later today, and more than likely they have the page still built. I'll also download all of these things for the presentation and copy them local so that we can get it all, and I can just rebuild it all. You know, maybe rebuild it a little bit better. I can code, but I can't code, but I can sim. Exactly it. Use the tools you know. Use the way things you do. That's why this is awesome. What she did is awesome. You know. Oh, ads. We're going into ads here again in a minute. Oh, we have a minute and a half to still talk. Yeah, she kind of stopped me in my tracks here with that. She's done an amazing job. But yeah, so building mock-ups and stuff like this is great. The fact that it inspired Savvy Otter to go out and actually build the town in another program is awesome. That's what we want. Is we want to inspire. We want to be able to say, okay, here's all the things that we need. Here is here's the basic layout of the world that we want to build. We don't know what planet it is. We don't know what time period it is. We don't know any of that, but we do know that this is what we want to build. And then you can go and interpret it into any world, any environment, any of that. And you're not limited to that in the first part when you're still trying to figure out what your story is and who your people are and all that stuff. It's just, ooh. I don't think I can clearly explain how awesome it is that she put that together. It's literally thrown me completely off my game. Yeah. So I appreciate it to no ends here. It's just like, oh my God. I'm trying to see on oh, and save your work. I will get it back, don't worry. Oh wow. No, that's great, Savvy, and that's the point. Is we're here to inspire, we're here to help people grow, and we're here to just do cool stuff. That's the most important thing. And you took our little bit of design and stuff like that and said this can be this. This could be something awesome, and then you went and built it, and that's just amazing. That's just awesome. I wasn't sure that I was getting through, and now you've made it very clear that I've at least gotten through to you. Hopefully that I'm helping. And I'm trying to remember the words that the guy used on Friday. Just some old idiot that's wasting time. When I was building it, the game crashed and corrupted my save. So I lost 8 hours of work, but I just went and improved it. Yeah. And sometimes that happens, and we'll go and we'll improve this as well, but we'll improve the stuff that we've lost here. She's also given a good idea about something to add to the game. The bulletin board can be a way to find potential. Yeah. Yes, and that's it. And that's what I was talking about before, is when you're working on something, if your brain says, oh, wow, it'd be cool if we had this too, add it. And I'm sure, and she could probably tell you better. I mean, I'm sure that's where that came from. When she was doing stuff, she was just like, oh, if I had this bulletin board, could be cool, that's it, is listen to your brain while you're working on stuff. Listen to how you're doing things. Always listen to the creativity that's coming from you, which she obviously did, because that's just, wow. Our happy tree in the middle of town is very happy right now. He's like, here, we'll show you. Our happy tree is dancing. He's not a good dancer, but he's a tree. He's a little stiff. Hey. Okay, frantic. When I was in grad school, I worked in a computer lab. During one finals week, someone using the computer leaned back in his chair and stretched out and kicked off the power strip. Oh, I've had that happen. The computers on one side of the room all went black. A burly guy sitting next to the culprit growled, "I didn't save." But didn't want to, then. That guy on Friday was likely disingenuously about his interest, likely just looking to create drama because some folks just want to be, and that's fine. And I'm fine with it. In all honesty, it didn't even bother me because I've had that conversation live, face to face, with a couple people in the past couple years that are just like, "You're old, go away. We don't want to hear what you have to say." And I'm just like, okay. And then I've watched them go and work on stuff and crash and burn and all that. And I go, well, you could have fixed it if you did this. If you did this is one thing here, it probably wouldn't have destroyed you. Yeah, see, that's just it. Yes, cool. Yes, think about that. Do new things. I like that her savvy answer is, yeah, I figured the bulletin board would be a useful quest hub point in the game. Yes, absolutely. But that's just it. Is as you get in, once we do an overview that like what we're working on, and you start getting into the fine points of the world you're in, the graphic designs you're going to use, and stuff like that, all kinds of so many more ideas will come to you that didn't come to you when you were doing pencil and paper. Once you're like walking around in the world, once you're in it, you're going to find new things. You're going to find things you never thought of, and it's going to lead to a much richer, better game. You got me looking at, unlike last time, making something more basic. Yeah. Well, I actually have a chance to finish it. Yeah. Simple also is quicker, because if you try things that are too complicated for you, you're probably, as soon as you start hitting walls and things like that, or it starts getting difficult because you've tried to do too much, then sometimes you'll just walk away from it and never do it. So one of the things I was looking at over the weekend is I was thinking about this and all that, and I thought a little bit about what the guy said in regards to new stuff and things like that. And I'm like, you know what? Let me look at other tutorials and see if there's more advanced stuff that we should be doing. And then I went and looked at them. I watched, there's like a 29 part thing on RPGs in Game Maker Studio from 4 years ago. And I started watching that, and I'm like, I'm kind of jumping ahead in this is I wanted to get in a situation where, in the whole point when we first started drawing the mural board thing out in the first place, it was about just using what you have. Don't worry about all the big advanced stuff. Worry about just the simplicity of putting something together, seeing if it works, seeing if it can be adapted in different ways quickly, and then playing it and seeing if it's fun. Then worry about, okay, where am I going to get really high-end artwork? Where am I going to get a high-end coder? All that kind of stuff. Build something simple first. Yes, I could go and do the 29 part series on RPGs in Game Maker Studio, but that's not where we're at yet. We're at a point where it's like, okay, we have an idea, we have a basic world. Let's put that basic world together. In fact, I'll probably rearrange this tomorrow to where it looks more like what she has, so that it looks more like a small town as opposed to a big Western town, for lack of a better way to put it. Your son keeps saying that the Game Maker Studio document is never finished. It always changes as long as you're working on a project. Some things might not feel good once implemented. New ideas might come up, so it's something that's fluid. Yeah. Not static. I added an abandoned mine shaft that could be part of an interesting quest to learn more. Yeah, I saw that. That was really cool. Learn more about grandfather's brother and things like that, and being able to get into areas where we can't get in through the. Thank you very much for the follow. Carnage? I think it says Carnage. Uh-huh. Yeah, the whole idea of, because I also thought about putting a shaft underneath Grandpa's bed in the cellar in his house, because I have an idea for the grandpa and the brother that I think might be interesting. You've shown me how to get out of analyst paralysis. Yeah, just get the basics and then polish. Yeah, because if you have the basics, you know it's going to work. So you don't have to worry about whether you, it takes that pain off of your head while you're just making cool stuff. I've taken your donut approach to things, and it really works. Get the fundamentals right. The rest comes. Yes. For those of you that don't know my donut approach, which I explained in a presentation I did a while back, probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago now. We make games. Our job is to make, as developers, to make a donut, and we need to make the most amazing donut that people want to eat. And if they had to, we would sell them that donut, and they would love eating it. And that is our game. What we can do though is we can take our donut and we can take it to other people that make games, and we can show them the donut and have them taste the donut, and they can give us a whole bunch of ideas on how to improve the donut. And that's the icing that we put on the donut. So then we have our donut, which is awesome. We have icing, which is people that are other developers have given us ideas. The next thing to do is to give it to the public and have the public start playing it and stuff like that, and then have them make suggestions. And then that is the sprinkles. So we have a donut that everybody wants to eat. We have icing from people that really love games. We have the sprinkles from the general public playing our games. We have the perfect donut. We can sell that donut and have a perfectly good time making that donut and making just some cool stuff. The rest will come. If you have your fundamentals down, it's always going to be easier. Let's see. You need to ban those messages. Which messages? Did I miss something? You mean the messages from the guy on Friday? That over mine. Let's see. You showed me concerning new ideas in the richer game. How do you find the point where it goes from that's awesome to feature creep? That is a thing that we all battle. The thing was once you have your basics, there's going to be a lot of stuff you're going to want to add, and your people playing it and getting feedback from people playing it are going to help you keep feature creep in control. And sometimes you absolutely have to just say no. Absolutely just say no, we're not doing that. Bad bot seller, huh? Okay, I'm missing something. The one from observing churn, a few messages above. Okay, let me find it here. Abandoned mines. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find a message that someone was pointing out, so let me see if I can find it here. It's not easy to find things in chat. No, it's not. Mm. Views of Steam. Best viewers. Oh. Oh. How are they even able to do that? Okay, we're gonna preserving turn. What can I do to you? Okay. Are there more, or is it just the one, or are there more? That's what I'm looking for real quick. Guys, don't come in here selling your product. I don't wanna be part of that. Okay, it's just the one. Okay, so it's a bot. It's a bot putting an ad in there. Best viewers on. Okay. Sadly, it appears that I have to do a ban. I've never done a ban before. Reason for ban. Adding ads to chat. We're not going to play that game. We're just not going to do it. So, do I have to put... Okay, let's see if that does it. Well, we've thrown him out, so... You were there after 12 weeks. I have done my first ban. My son keeps saying that game design document is never finished. Yes, my boy, he's right. Your game design will never be finished. In fact, yeah, at some point you have to make the call as to what goes into the expansion, and is it, or are we just spinning our wheels, redoing things over and over and over again? Yeah, we banned him. So I banned him for reasons of adding ads to our. Yeah, he should be done. He should be gone. I'm not seeing his message anymore, so I'm assuming that when you ban someone, all their stuff gets pulled out. But, yeah, I'm not seeing them anymore. Oh, yeah. Thanks for pointing that out, guys. Sadly, yeah. If you're gonna throw ads in our chat, we're not gonna put up with that. Has been banned. Has some kind of filter in place where he can't see the message, but he can. So even though I've banned him, you guys can still see his message? Is basically what I'm asking. Because there was only one, and I don't see it anymore. Yeah, just let me know. Get your Zappa out. The Zappa has been initiated. Message got deleted. Everything worked. Okay, cool. Yeah. Wonder if your joy can be part of Odd to help him. Congrats on the first ban. I'm not really happy about it. I don't like to ban people. If it's a bot, fine. But if it's a human, I'm more than happy to have the conversation with them, just like the guy on Friday. You know, it's like, okay, we're not for you. That's all right. You know, go find someone that is doing things you want to learn and what you want to do. We're not it. You know, so yep, all their stuff gets removed from the chat, and don't worry, it's a whack-a-mole. Like, okay. I mean, my question is there? How do we? I'm assuming it's as I spend more time here, I'm assuming that I'll figure out who's bots and who's not. No, he's going. Okay. Show as a message deleted by the moderator. Chat. Okay. But that's not a person, though. Yes, and that's my point. Is it's telling who's a person, who's not. If it is a person, I'm more than happy to have the conversation with them. If it's not a person, then yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to ban them and then keep a list of banned, because I do have in my spreadsheet, I do have a banned players list that we have to that we built a while back that we have not had to use yet. You know, so now I have to add a name to our banned users list. But it's weird because I would think that Twitch would have built something that keeps that from happening, but I guess not. It's too bad. I'm gonna find something here real quick. But yeah, I mean they're gonna be dicks. They're gonna be dicks. Not gonna do that. I'm more than happy to give people a chance, though. But if you don't want one, you can't have one. Pretty much that simple. So we can say on here that preserving churn was banned on 120 2025. Okay. They were not timed out, they were banned. We're not going to play the timeout game there, but okay. You will see that most of the bot messages all mention more viewers, become famous, or boost of your, okay. Always going to be bots. Yeah. Oh no, without a doubt. I mean, it's just like trolls. There's always going to be trolls as well, you know. It's just the nature of that many humans in one place, in all honesty. There's no other way around that. You know. Good afternoon, Maple Phonix. Maple Phonics. I'll just call you Maple. Phonics. Maple Phonics. Yep. I was never taught phonics. I can't talk. I can't speak. I can't do much of anything. Bots are all over Twitch, sadly. Yep. Well, I mean, there's good bots and there's bad bots. I mean, there's some of the things that I'm using from what is it called? Not that. This one. The streamer bot. Yeah, are some really cool stuff. 3 and Cry, thank you for the follow. Okay, bump, messages, okay. I remember when I was a kid, they had this program called Hooked on Phonics. And they tried to teach it to me, but I just couldn't grasp it. You know, but that's okay. Thor was building something to catch that. Long story short, he's using Nightbot. Yeah, someone suggested I use Nightbot. I have not put it in yet, but I will definitely look into it. A specific system on Twitch which does not immediately send out messages. It goes into moderator mode, checks all specific words. And okay, cool. Ads will become frantic. Once again, please go and look in the Discord and get the link for Savvy Otter's mockup that we showed on the show today. I am more than happy to give all of our dev time to that because we are at 3:30 right now. We have to start looking at our raids, but go and look at the Savvy Otter link. It's in share a link under Savvy Otter, and it is her town square based on what we were working on here, and I think it's really cool. And I did my best to kind of. I actually was really happy about showing it on the show today. I think it was really cool. Yeah. And like to probably run it again at some bot. Yeah, I'll look at Nightbot. A lot of people have mentioned it, and but the trick is me finding free time to be able to do these things. But we will get there. You know, I did get the streamer bot stuff up, which is now gives us our automatic changes to the categories on Twitch. It also gives us the automatic ad stuff, which is coming up here in a minute or a second. Yeah, that was cool. You know, Otter, I know that you're still out there and you can still hear me here during the ads. That's you did a really, really good job on that. That is really amazing. You know, especially for just like 20 hours of work. You know, that's just, you know, I've never played Sims, but that's a good example of just like using the tools that you have to make cool stuff. You know, and also you could use that because you could take that and you could say, I want to build this game. Here's what the basic town square looks like in the game, and probably use it as part of a funding pitch in some cases. You know, maybe throw some people in there and things like that. But that's awesome. Yeah, last week was crazy in the chat for Thor last week. It was pretty brutal, but he's fine. He said he's doing well, although he has a cold. He did make a shopkeeper at one point, but that's when the game crashed. Oh. Mm. Think years of your life. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. What was that? No, I'm not using Thor's mods or anything like that. You know, I will take his advice on stuff and things like that, but we really want to keep things kind of separate, which I think is a good idea. You know, so okay, so we're going to you know what? I don't think I can do anything that's going to be better than what Savvy Otter did today. So we're going to close this up and we're going to go to our raid panels and we're going to start looking at who we're going to raid today because it is about that time. Time got away quick, you know, but we were talking about a bunch of stuff, so that's even better. You know, and we will get back to this tomorrow.